All right, here we go. What happened? I had to end the stream because my intuition said, don't just play anything because of pew pew stuff. And I go, I can't just play a random thing, even if it's a cartoon with pew pew, because of obvious pew pew reasons. And then people are like, there's no pew pew. And then there's a pew pew. I don't know if it's a cartoon. It probably is, honestly. They literally, their thing says anybody depicted with a pew pew. That's it. Anyone. I can't risk it, you guys. I wish you could, like, if you're going to suggest something, at least if you're going to say there's nothing in there, you would have had watched it and said that, because I'm trusting you. Now I can't trust any of you. Because it's not live streaming. You can have channels about pew-pews. You can show all the pew-pews you want with a channel, with a made video. You just can't do a live version of it. I don't know why. It's the live stuff. You just can't do the live stuff for some reason. It doesn't make any sense. It's like all the channels that you're reviewing stay up, obviously. They're fine. But reviewing the thing that's up on YouTube is a no-no because it's scary when you review it. I bet you anything is AI. It is AI. It is. That's the problem with it. It'll flag any shape. It doesn't matter. I can't show pew-pews on live stream. So if you give me stuff to watch, please. I won't be able to watch it unless I watch it again. Like, I have to watch the whole thing. Maybe I just should have watched it without it. And, you know, it's just annoying. It's freaking annoying. Thank you.
That was my honest mistake.
That's okay.
I missed the Rambo reference when I watched it the first time. That's literally the only one in the entire video.
Yeah.
I feel really bad for messing that one up.
Don't worry.
Snagglebeast.
No worries, Snagglebeast. Just I'm going to end up trusting people if they say, I watched it, there's nothing to worry about. I'm just going to take people's word for it, but I can't do it. So don't feel bad. It's just that I have to watch it myself. It's just not worth it to me, dude. I lose like 3 days of streaming. Like, I can't do anything when that happens. It sucks. Yeah, even if it's a cartoon. Even if it's a cartoon. Wild times. What are you gonna do? You can't do anything. Anyway, let me see where we're at over here. TikTok, Peterson. It's probably because they can't. Well, yeah, it's AI. It's an AI program they're testing, and honestly, its response is very fast, which is alarming to me. But its appeal system's trash. There's literally no appeal to it. You just have to wait. You just have to hope and wait. And it's so annoying, dude. It stresses me out. It stresses me out. And it keeps somehow happening. I'm aware of it. I know to look out loud for it, and then I have a slip up like that. I'm just like, oh, whoops. By the way, it didn't take it down. I took it down before it took it down. So hopefully I'm good. Hopefully I'm good. So annoying. It's horrifying. I need to be smart. You're not tougher than me. You're not smarter than me. I'm sure a lot of people tell you you're very smart, but you're not smarter than me. Probably not. Lying, Brian. Brian, you're probably right, Brian. Lying, Brian. Avery is still waiting on a review with video evidence of his claim that it wasn't even a pew-pew stuff. Oh, Avery got it too? Yeah, that Muslim guy. Dude, you got to watch out. Muslims are like consolidate their efforts to take down channels. So, thank you, Unhip. Thank you. Ooh. Anyhow, what's the day? Monday? You say there's debates tonight? Is there a debate tonight? Who's debating tonight? Anybody? Anybody? Epic showdown, same-sex marriage debate. Ooh, all right. I want to. Matt Walsh. This should be good. I mean, it's hard to listen to. What is her name? Jillian. It's hard to listen to her, but it's a good topic because it's pretty relevant still. I mean, there's such an increase in 2 dudes, 3 dudes, 4 dudes buying children. And, we remember the times where it was like, oh, just give them the term marriage. It's just 2 dudes. What are they going to do? It's like, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Well, we're seeing.
Of marriage, I don't see it say. I mean, I got Wiki. I went to the well on this one. Merriam-Webster. Like, what am I missing? So Merriam-Webster.
What does Webster say?
The state of.
Oh, I thought it was Rachel. Wasn't there another one, Rachel and Brian, or is that another time?
Being united as spouses in a consensual and contractual relationship recognized by law. Like, what am I missing about? Because I've heard you get very deep into the definition. It's a procreative union. But then you also get into the conversation of what about the married couples that don't have kids? Like, tell me what's the deep offense?
It's a perversion. Let's see, man hands, what Matt Walsh will say.
Just want to understand it because.
Well, here's what I would say. You said, well, how does
Is it religion?
Keeping it real? Now I know what to rename my show.
Well,
that is so. I feel like I'm watching. You know how they have like, you watch like a Netflix show or something, and in the show there's a show. I feel like I'm watching the show in the show.
It's part of my.
It's like keeping it real with Jillian Michaels.
Faith. I don't deny that. I also think that what I'm saying, even if I didn't have a deep Christian faith, my stance on marriage and the family, I think, would probably be the same. Now it's impossible to.
That's an L position.
Say that because you take my faith away from me, I'm a totally different person. So who knows?
No, I mean, Matt, if you take away the Christian paradigm for what marriage is, you wouldn't have any reason, whether or not you still felt a feeling that it was like a perversion, like intuitively, it doesn't matter.
What I would say.
This feels like a parody, doesn't it? I feel weird. I feel weird today.
So your question was, well, how does someone have a gay couple? How does that impact my family?
I love pickles.
And the answer is that
I make pickles. I like really spicy pickles. I like bread and butter style pickles. There isn't a type of I'm trying to think. I made curry pickles once. You hear that, Vagine? I made curry pickles. Even that worked fine. What didn't work is I thought pickle juice could be an adequate, interesting, novel alternative to olive juice for a dirty martini. And it turns out that's not true.
an individual. So you, for example,
Did take me.
right? You individually don't have any impact on me or on my family, obviously. We're not walking around every day. We don't like get up in the morning and we're like, oh man.
Thank you, humble
Julia
lamb.
Michaels
Welcome. Thank you so much for the tip. God bless you.
Can't make breakfast this morning because it's not, that's of course not
Thank
what's
you.
happening, and I would
Thank
never
you.
claim that. The issue is it's a societal. It's an issue in society. It's a societal-wide issue that when a society abandons what has always been recognized as the definition and meaning and purpose of the marital union. When they abandon what marriage is, that has vast implications for society. And
Then because I'm saying everything I find is matrimony or wedlock, culturally, often legally recognized union between two people called spouses. It establishes rights and obligations between them, as well as them and their children, if any, between them and their in-laws.
Yeah, the perversion, even in that case, there's really no obligation for people to be married or keep their marriage together. So Matt Walsh could say, okay, perfect. Weird freeze frame, bro. How do you blink with one eye like that? What's the obligation for non-Christian people to be married, to stay married? What's the obligation to stay married?
What is the definition?
How is it a sacrament to anything? Like the whole point is, from a Christian view, it's a sacrament. Within the paradigm of orthodoxy, what it is tied to that. So what is it tied to from a non-Christian position anyway? Well, from a Jillian Michaels position, what are you doing?
Definition that you have that's outside of what's in the dictionary. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to understand. Is it religious? And then which religion? Because there's different definitions of marriage per polygamy, this common law marriage, group marriage. I mean, that's...
Because marriage codifies, protects, sanctifies the inherently procreative union of a man and a woman.
Okay,
And
that's for you, though.
It's first of all, it's not just for me. It's for society since the dawn of human civilization until approximately 15 seconds ago. So it's not just me. And there's something very real here. Like, this is the way I've tried to explain it, explain my view. That, let's say...
What happened to last stream? I had to take it down because I was reviewing the cartoon that was suggested and it had guns in it, and I can't risk even a cartoon holding a pew-pew during a live stream because YouTube's super strict and it's AI that's doing it. So
society were to come crumbling down around us, and we wake up amid the ashes with no memory of anything that happened before, and we're rebuilding from scratch.
What are you saying, bro?
It's like fundamentally from the ground up. We have to rebuild everything, right?
She doesn't understand what you're saying, Matt. Okay? What did I call her last time? It's like a glamour dragon. Look, Matt, the glamour dragon... The glamour dragon doesn't know what you're saying.
And we look around and we see like...
Jimmy cucking to our new over... Yeah. Is it better that I don't have a stream and you don't have a fun place to come and watch? You know what I'm saying? Like, just completely cancel my entire income and how I take care of my family. Just...
Like the survivors, the people. And we see that they kind of have a tendency to pair up, And we see that there's this one pairing that has this funny habit of creating people. There's this one type of pairing that only this type can create a person.
Okay.
I think we would say, well...
How does Andrews post? Because it's not live. It's about live streaming.
That's different. This is a different kind of thing because it's different from these other relationships because it has this capacity that no other relationship does. And that capacity is not, it's not a small thing.
This isn't a great argument because that's not the only thing you're going to root it in. That's why you need the full metaphysics of the church and the structure of the church and what the church is and how families are an extension of the church and how we are icons of the church and that what it is we're multiplying to begin with, right? This view that Matt's doing is kind of a dead end, unfortunately, which sucks because this topic should be talked about. But the problem is Matt is reducing it to some sort of naturalism, you know? He's trying to reduce it to like a pseudo natural law kind of position where it's like, well, we know because of what we see. And what it does. See what it does? See the function of what it does? Yeah, the function is something about marriage. It's included, but it's not reduced to, and that's the problem. Now he's going to fail because of it, unfortunately. He's going to fail. Because you could just point to other people who are Christians who can't have kids. Are they not married now? Like, no, they are. So it can't be that. It can't be solely that.
It's not incidental. It's not it's not superficial. I mean, it creates people. In fact, the further existence
Sex creates people.
Right,
I mean,
sex between a man and a woman.
one-night stand can create a person.
Right.
Yeah, right. So there you go. I mean, even the glamour dragons kind of tracking this and going, wait a second, that's not a good enough reason. It's not a good enough distinction. It's so gay I can play violent video games and then watch the tutorial on the same video game and then he struck me for a pew-pew. Yeah, it sucks, dude. Oh, so it does include video game reviews. Good to know. I figured it, given that it's AI probably, it's looking for outlines of objects. It doesn't matter. Like, that's so insane. You're playing the video game, you do a tutorial review on the game, and there you have it. It's like, what is going on? The hell?
I would say a marriage
Yes, but
nurtures a child. In a loving marriage with kids, you're there to love them, you're there to guide them. I can teach my son how to take risks, although I do appreciate the necessity of a father's role, and that is a huge thing. I don't disagree with you on that. I'm not trying to take that away from you. But two idiots having a one-night stand can have a baby.
Sure, and that exactly, and that's
exactly that refutes my
that.
position.
I think only proves my point.
No, it doesn't.
This union, this coupling of a man and a woman is loaded.
Dude, that's a big L, Matt. What are you doing? Glamour Dragon just used her little Glamour Dragon brain and blew some smoke fire at you, and you're like, yeah, exactly. It's exactly what I'm saying. It's just that a man and a woman can have a baby. Therefore, it's like, no, that's not enough, dude.
With implications and with a power that no other type of relationship. Let me finish.
Yeah, you're right.
No other type of relationship has.
You're right.
And so I think it makes sense for society to say, well, this is a different kind of thing. And this is frankly more important than any of these other kinds of relationships because of the power that it has. And so we are going to call that something else, and we are going to protect it in a way that we don't.
You see, it's like, this is why it's a bad move. I don't know why Matt is doing this. Maybe he doesn't know. He thinks it's like an easy win. You know what I mean? He thinks it's an easy win. But he doesn't have, you could see that he is not prepared to argue this. Because there's a deeper spiritual purpose for marriage. For all of the sacraments. There's a deeper there's a deeper praxis underlying it. But if you don't have theosis, Matt, if you don't have the distinction that the very sacrament and the bonding that marriage is and the work that marriage is and what it reflects about us and what it challenges us. It's all reflective of the theology itself. But if it's just like, oh, you should be married, and then you put the pee-pee, and then the baby comes out. Gay people shouldn't do that. It's like, yeah, they can't, but like that doesn't give. If people can't have kids, there has to be a meaningful, distinct purpose and distinction for what a marriage is, even for people who can't have kids. This doesn't work, Matt. Matt needs to explain they are not even married. They have a government partner contract, and he's stealing the word married. Yes. Why give it to him? The same thing with sex, by the way, which a lot of these conservatives, I don't know, for the sake of ease of talking, maybe they say, oh, Ben Shapiro would be like, well, I'm not, I think, I disagree with homosexuality, but I'm not going to stop what people do, in their bedroom. I'm not going to stop two gay dudes. I'm not going to stop Dave and Dave Rubin from quote, having sex. He won't even quote having sex. We granted them something even before the marriage thing, which is there's such a thing as homosexuality. There's no such thing as two dudes having sex. It's impossible. There's no such thing as two Subaru owner ladies having sex. That's impossible. That was the first thing that was granted. The next, for sure, alter void. Why are we even discussing the definition? Why even give them this term? It's insane. You're not married?
Protect other relationships.
Yeah, this particular stream just started, but the previous stream that was up closed out because of a pew-pew situation.
Because those other relationships do not have this capacity.
Here's a defeater to Matt's position. Or to at least not a defeater, at least to showcase that it's completely lackluster and not built on much. Jillian, is that her name? Jillian could just say, is it fine then for a man and a woman, to be married legally? Is that a real marriage? It's the proper biological items, Matt. Right? So is that fine? Is that marriage? This is why it's broken. That's why, he's really arguing for secular secular heterosexual marriages. That's what Matt is defending. That's not good enough, Matt.
And for thousands of years of human history, that's what marriage did. That was the point of marriage. It was to codify and protect the inherently and uniquely procreative union of a man and a woman.
Okay.
A union that by its nature can procreate. Although of course we know that there are plenty of cases where they don't.
They don't.
Dude, you're all over the place. What are you doing? You're not ready for this, Matt. What are you doing? What, did he think I could just, I'm gonna wing it? This is not good, Matt. You're not doing a good job here, buddy. Of course, except when it's not. Dude, you're like the Daily Wire Seth Rogen. What are you doing? Except when it's not. What are you doing? It's like, here, Jillian, have a complete softball contradiction. Now, what do I care? I'm getting paid. I'm done. Stop, dude. Get someone else on there. What are you doing? You're ruining it for everybody, dummy. Except when it's not. He just said the nature of being married is that you can procreate. No, it's not. Stop it. This stuff really gets me mad because they're the opposition to all this stuff. They're supposed to be like the strong, Chad bearded opposition to all this gay marriage, this heterodox marriage crap, right? The problem is they're not willing to take the stance that they're against secular marriages. This is the false dichotomy. Daily Wire types, classical conservatives, classical liberal conservatives, Matt Walsh's, they're like icky rainbow marriages. You got to stop that. But in order to argue against the icky rainbow marriages, you have to bite the bullet and argue against secular marriages. or else you get into this trouble that he's getting into right here. There's also a not Professor Dave and Danny Jones. He's on Danny Jones. Oh, goodness.
That there are plenty of cases where they don't.
They don't have kids, right?
Right.
And
But-
See, you can't say that.
okay.
A union that by its nature
By its nature,
can procreate. Although,
can procreate, except for not. Although I'll just contradict
of course, we
myself.
know that they're
He bombed on, yeah, and this is a while. He didn't learn. This is what's so nauseating about this guy. He never learned. What is that? That's 5 years ago, at least, right? At this point, where he bombed with Joe Rogan on this very topic, and now he's just like, I'm back. I'm back.
there are plenty of cases where they don't.
They don't have kids,
What is a marriage?
right?
Right.
And
But-
I would say that it's not marriage that makes a baby. It's sex between a man and a woman that makes a baby. And
Yeah,
anybody
marriage
can
doesn't
do
make the
that,
baby. Right. You're right.
married or not.
Yeah, so she just refuted. You just somehow got owned. You got wrecked by a glamour dragon.
And
Marriage is there to protect and solidify that family.
What? So I don't understand. What? Marriage is to protect and solidify the family. It's a technology?
For when the baby is
Dude, what is wrong with you? Are you on
created. Of course, the
what? What? What the hell? What the heck is going on, Matt? It's terrible. This is a terrible showing, dude. What are you doing? You're getting wrecked by a baby glamour dragon.
that family for when
Listen to what he's saying. He's just making
You're
stuff
not.
up.
And
marriage is there to protect and solidify that family for when the baby is created. Of course, the
What? The whole point. Marriage is protects the family so that they can get pregnant or something, right? Baby glamour dragon.
marriage doesn't create the baby, but the marriage is there very much there for the baby.
but then why would you deny children any?
That's what happens when you don't. If you don't have orthodoxy. Now, I don't even know if that's an accurate assessment of Catholicism. To be fair, I think I'm pretty sure. Is Matt a Catholic? I'm sorry. Let me get my facts straight. Sorry. Is Matt a Catholic, first of all? Is that what he is? I can't keep track anymore. I would not have expected him. Well, Suzanne, if you go back a couple years on Joe Rogan, you actually wouldn't be surprised. For some reason, he doesn't do any diligence with this stuff. He just is like, oh, this is easy to wing. It's just a man and a woman. It's just as easy as the what is a woman argument, that there's this clear, observable, self-evident. I think it has to do with the self-evidentialism, like a classical foundationalist model of reality where these things are just naturally obvious. It's almost like he doesn't want to bring up his faith to help defend it. It's very bizarre. That's why I'm asking my Catholics in the chat, is this even a good representation of a Catholic position if he is that? I don't even know if he is, though. Why is a Roman Catholic speaking about marriage from not even from his worldview? Yeah, I guess not, right? That's what I'm wondering. I'm like, what is this? Did Ben Shapiro put you up to this? How'd you like to get on Jillian Michaels? I think that'd be good for us. We haven't completely replaced it with Matt Fradd. It's still sort of the audition casting couch part of the situation. But if you like to go on Jillian Michaels, give a couple of softball layups for her against, the distinction of a Christian distinction of marriage versus a secular. Go ahead, go for it. I disagree with it, but I mean, go ahead, Matty. Go ahead, Matty. That's all, folks.
A gay family to have those protections because there are
There's no such thing as a gay family. There's no such thing as a gay family, bro.
tons of them. There are over 1,100 rights that come with marriage. I'm a tax-paying American. Why would I be denied that? I mean, the list is like insane. It's everything from making spousal medical decisions, being able to jointly adopt a kid.
What? No, you don't. No, you don't get to do that. That could actually turn. That's not a right. The best reversal of feminism, if there's any thing that I would want to happen for women, is that they shouldn't be allowed to rent their womb out. At all. At all. Someone might, oh, well, what about two? What about a man and a woman? No. It's so gross. A woman creating inside of her womb a human being, an image bearer of God. Thank you so much for that. Holy cow!
We are so backdash. Tengu emoji.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate that. And then she gives birth. And here you go. Just give it to some weird guys. Here, weird guys. I'm sure this kid will just be fine with you. Don't worry about it.
Joint filing of taxes. I mean, the list is so long. Property tax exemptions. It's 1,100. And these are things that I do want to be able to protect my wife when I die, to pass
Your wife when you die?
things on to her, for her to be able to visit.
She knows it's wrong. It's even hard to say it. Like, you can't even say it. Like a woman saying my wife, a man saying my husband. It's just all so perverted.
Me whenever, if I'm sick, for her to be able to say DNR if I'm dying, and vice versa. And then there's all kinds of things that protect kids. Like, what if I was a scumbag? And
What if I was a scumbag? I mean, what happens then?
I don't want to pay for the 2 kids that I had from my previous role.
See the latest Theo Vaughn show? He's crying out to the Lord. It was really incredible. Cheers. Well, prayers for Theo Vaughn. But I hope he doesn't turn into a Chad. What's that one dude? Just read the Bible. Just read the Bible. Now, any movement toward God, especially specifically Christianity, Christ, that could be a good direction. You sort of help guide, run with that snowball effect, get them into liturgy. Now, I can't pretend that, especially given the scenario with Russell Brand, that especially people who are super famous, who have these like public conversions, quote conversions, I don't get as excited anymore as I used to about them, because it feels good for a second, but then you realize the potential problem down the river a little bit, which is they start doing their own thing. They start doing their own interpretation. They start preaching. They start, the Nala Ray Baptism School. They start doing this stuff, and you're like, oh boy. Read the Bible. Just read the Bible. When I hear Jillian talk, all I hear is galiggity, galiggity. Galiggity.
Relationship. Like, I legally have to do that. If we were married, I did not marry this woman, but I protect my kids. But imagine if I was a scumbag, if we were married, there's laws that I have to take care of them. And if she said, well, the boy child's mine.
The boy child?
I would have no right to the child if I didn't have the rights that are provided. She could take my...
Yeah, you should never have been given the rights. That solves the problem, Jillian. Let me solve this problem for you, Jillian. How about you don't have a right to have kids as 2 women? How about that? Seems to solve the problem.
Son and Boogie. So there's so many protections that this provides for the kids and for people who love each other that I can't understand. I get why.
Gosh, you're such a breathy little drama queen.
You feel like, hey, you're threatening what I have that's special.
That's exactly the problem. Yeah, she's like saying the problem and not grasping that that's a problem. It's like you know how ownership, you can never have equal ownership of anything, right? That's descriptively true, even with this like sort of property rights based view of things. So you need a hierarchy inside a family, right? And then what is a family other than, you know, if there's no reflection of the church, no extension of the church, what is a family? It's just a reproductive, it's just a weird team, and it doesn't matter how you got the baby, but you got one and it counts as reproduction. And then what? It's like a commodity, and you own the kid like you own a computer. Well, who owns the computer? You know? What a horrific paradigm. And even from a secular position, it's a horrific paradigm. That's the thing that Matt's not tackling, is that the problem of gay marriage and gay adoption and all this stuff still applies as a problem to a secular marriage because the paradigm is off. It's perverted as a paradigm. It's not the logistics that's the thing that you're pointing to that's off. It's the paradigm itself, that it turns children into commodities, or children into things that are owned, strictly speaking, like an object. It turns them into objects. And then you have to go through the legal system. Oh, well, how do we process these? You take the house, I'll take Ricky. You take Sally, I take Ricky. You take the house, I'll take the Maserati. Well, I was hoping for Ricky. Okay, well, okay. Let me see. Okay, you take Ricky. I'll take Sally. Yeah, I really wanted Ricky and the TV. It's a tough one. He is Catholic, okay. Yeah, he's still not, maybe that's what's just happening. I believe he goes to the same parish as Knowles. Maybe that's what's happening, is that even the institution of marriage from the Catholic position, at least culturally, the way it's perceived is, now they still don't technically affirm it, but they they'll bless the couples or whatever. I don't even know what that would mean. Bless the couple. Bless the gay couple. Donkey's wife owned Matt.
Special.
Yeah. She's wrecking him, unfortunately.
I don't agree with it, but I understand it. And I wish there was a way for me to make you not feel diminished.
It's not you threatening. It's the societal recognition of it as a marriage.
Yeah. So you have to just skip all of this, and Jillian could just say, okay, is there what you're really saying is secular marriage, right? And that's the approach Andrew would take, because that's the only real strong avenue. It would include the gay stuff, but it's not about just that. It's about the perversion of marriage. You got to be able to say it. I don't care. Oh, at least it's a man and a woman. I mean, that's really good. No, you're still looking at something that's completely perverse. I just don't know why. Maybe they don't hold this. I don't know. Where are my Catholics? Well, I don't know. Maybe they don't. I don't know. I much prefer it when a famous person keeps their conversion low-key, case in point being Christian Bale becoming Orthodox. Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't know if that was verified. That's crazy.
They're trying to equate it with what I would consider to be true marriage. That becomes the threat, if you will, if that's the language you want to use.
I don't know. That's how I'm interpreting it from you.
Yeah, civil union, whatever. Just take the legal. Why? Look, they're like, I just want a civil union. You're like, yeah, but you keep going we're married. What is this? What are you calling it? A union of what? You're just two individuals who have a civil union and a legal agreement about goods and things you have or whatever. They're like, yeah, but it's a marriage. You're like, well, why? What? Excuse me? No, we don't believe in any of that, but we believe in our marriage. Oh, really? Oh, no, we don't believe in abide by any church or anything, but we're gonna start a church. That's right.
Is that it feels?
Oh yeah, me and my wife, we're not See, we're not into men. We're not into the male stuff. We're the male. Really? Let me see your top drawer of your bedroom. See it. What do you got in there? Oh yeah, but those aren't. Those are not penis things. It's different. It's different. Those are not male parts in the form of rubber. Those are not. La 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 la. I mean, not to get graphic, but shouldn't lesbians, if they were going to get like toys and stuff, wouldn't they just all be vaginas? It's such a weird thing. It doesn't make any sense at all. It's like vegan bacon. The hell is that? The heck are these
Feels
people
like a
doing?
threat to the things that you hold dear, and it feels like, where does it stop? I'm interpreting how I think you feel, so please correct me if I'm wrong.
Why is it
Well, it
shaped
is
like
because
that? Why is
the
it shaped
institution
like
of the
that?
family.
What is that? They should say
institution of the
ew.
fam-
How could they not say ew? Hey, honey. Hey, I was at the place. Look what I got for us. They should be like, ah! Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to do this comedically, but not being too graphic. But it really is weird. Like the stuff they'll do, the things they'll strap to themselves. Oh, yeah, no, I love women. I'm really not into men. Hey, honey, can you literally put a belt on that has an attachment of a male penis, please? Excuse me? Rachel says, thank you so much, Rachel, for the 20. He should have used my famous line. I don't care if you and your lesbian girlfriend want to leave your Subarus and Birkenstocks to each other, but why would you need marriage for that? You don't. Yeah. Yeah. This is hard to watch, Rachel, because he's really flailing here. He's flailing.
Family is the bedrock of human civilization.
Who am I going to give my Birks to? You know? Do you know how many dream catchers would just go off to auction without this protection? Do you know how many? I mean, we have a tea collection. And I mean, the thought of the merit, like something not working or someone dies or whatever, and that collection goes to what? Strangers? And don't even get me started with the collection in our top drawer. Who does that go to? Who would that go to? I want that to be able to go down to my kids.
Marriage is the bedrock of the family. And so anything that threatens...
Nope. The church is the bedrock of the family. You loser. You see how broken this is? This is why he's in trouble, honestly. This is why he's having trouble with this conversation. The family is the base. What? No, that's not true. You're gross. You're grossing me out, dude.
Marriage is the bedrock of the family.
No. No. No, wrong. You see, here's a little poem I'm writing. Marriage is the bedrock of the family. That's like, by the way, that's like completely circular. It's like marriage, if you're saying in the expansion of the family, yeah, you would be married first, but married to what? To each other only? Is there a third entity there, Matt? No. He doesn't say the third entity. No, marriage is the bedrock of making babies. And so you're married and then you make babies. And you have a baby and then you're married. It's a family. Right? What is a marriage?
And
Christ is the bedrock, dude. What are you... Dude! You're going to lose, Matt. You're going to lose every debate.
Andrew tackled the sanctity of marriage perfectly when he
Yep.
engaged with her.
Yeah.
I told Mrs. Dieter that Jillian looked like she wanted her some big papa fascist. She was twinkling like a Christmas tree looking at him.
Yeah. And at the same time, in this exchange, Matt's taking such a soft approach that the baby glamour dragon's not showing any respect. She's just like, this doesn't actually make sense.
So anything that threatens the family, yes, it does. It threatens the things I hold dear, because I hold civilization dear.
See, it's all utility. Civilization, more people exist. I want more people. Yeah, but she's sitting here going, listen, I'm a glamour dragon. I'm not even supposed to understand the words you're saying, but I do. Smoke comes out of her. But the thing is, anybody can keep civilization alive by having sex. You could have a whole group of banshees screaming, making their way onto Hawaii with a bunch of dinghy boats, and they could actually keep civilization afloat by mere force. So that's not a good argument, dude. You're failing bad, dude. This is bad.
And so in that
This is like control opposition level bad.
sense, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, now we're talking, if we get into the conversation of like a hierarchy of family, right? And sure, I'm not going to be the one who's going to disagree with you that in a perfect world, and people can get pissed all they want. In a perfect world, kid would have a mom and a dad. I understand how important those two roles are. Trust me.
That's why I go by Steven at night with my wife. We understand the importance of a male in the house and the father figure, especially after 5 and 6 years old, after the kid sort of departs from the mother's side. We understand that. That's why every other week, me and my wife dress up as Steve the dad. We look like Super Mario, but it's funny to us. And we're like, it's Dad Week. It's Dad Week with Jillian Michaels. I totally understand it. I understand the necessity of the father and the distinction of father in the home and mother in the home. We totally agree there, Matt.
Which
Off the magic dragon.
arguably, I was like, I wanted to adopt a child. My ex wanted to have one. I don't want to take that away from her. I'm not sorry. Kids, both of them are the apple of my eye.
Apple of the Adam's apple of your throat, maybe. When did Jillian Michaels get a podcast? Yeah, she was just kind of, what was she doing? She was teaching us how to lift dumbbells at some point, and now she's a political commentator. We gotta get on Jillian Michaels. It's really important.
That said, it was a deep concern to have a boy without a father. I don't disagree at all.
Why? No, but why?
And have a brother, is a very dear friend of the family that's been a father figure. Is it a father? No. However, if we get into the hierarchy of it, what about the dad that never showed up? What about the dad that took off? What about the dad that...
Yeah, this gets into duties, Jillian. How could you have a duty as a female to portray a fatherly role? You don't. Do you have a duty to maybe not make a child? Do you have a duty to not produce a child without a father? Do you have any duty to not produce that? She's literally making the argument. She's like, yeah, but what about the fathers that what about the fathers that all abandon their children, right? Yeah. It should be illegal. It should be illegal. It should be like the biggest frown in society to be a mother or father and leave. But you can, because it's just a legal contract after all. Next, they'll be letting housewives on these podcasts. I know, you better watch out, Rachel. They're going to start inviting you everywhere, and you're going to have to defer. It is weird, though, this whole presentation where it's like, well, we got to get, this is the lady. But, I think that's more of a function of like, there's been a sort of a leveling down of the impact and assumed I don't know, legitimacy, I guess, of mainstream, big names, famous people. Like, generally, that whole thing kind of took a whoop, lower down a little bit. Whoop. And so, like, what is there left? There's no more, like, talk shows, like late night shows. These things lost all of their oomph. So I think this is like well, what's left to go? Oh, Jillian Michaels. Okay, she's loud enough. She got a studio set up with a backdrop. Well, I guess we'll do that. I guess that's what we're doing.
That was an alcoholic. Well, I know I didn't have a super duper dad. It's better now.
Super duper dad. What is a super dad? What is a super duper dad?
A lot of people. Like, I was just this morning with Brigham Bueller, who is just a great guy. I'm not sure if you know him. He's on Rogan all the time. Foster kid. And I was talking about speaking with you. He's like, well, love is the most important thing. I was like, I would say that. That would be my argument, because from a hierarchical perspective.
This is like, you know what it is? This is like somehow Sarah Tomato got a talk show. Like, the sound of the thinking is very similar. Like, I feel like I'm watching the panel or something.
I'll give you the top of the mountain.
Isn't that weird? Isn't that a weird connection? That's like so uncanny. If you could, like, close your eyes.
But then I think love, and that would be, a marriage without love, I think you lose.
Whoa, it's uncanny if you close your eyes.
Too. So if you said, man,
everyone close their eyes.
Woman, love. I would go, yes.
Weird.
I'm with you. No.
This is weird.
Number one. But when in the world are you getting this unicorn society? Like, your house might be that, and that's wonderful. But I would.
What the hell is happening? Am I the name of my show today was I'm Losing My Mind or something like that. Maybe this is self-fulfilling. I'm creeping myself out here.
Tell you, I don't think the majority.
What the freak?
Majority are.
I can hear it and I can't unhear it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And I think providing kids with love and structure is the most important thing if you don't have this perfect scenario. And allowing gay parents to get married is so much better for the psychology of their children. And I think it's a fantasy world to think they won't have kids.
Well,
that was beautiful. All right, I kind of missed. I used to read poetry and write poetry myself. I don't know what this desk is, by the way. I feel like I'm stuck in Minecraft. I don't know what's going on in this. Is this a set? Is this what's happening? Is that a sunset in the back or a nuclear bomb? I can't even tell. What is it? What is a studio? Is this like between two ferns? What is it? Where am I?
Well, they won't have kids. That's part of the point.
Well, my ex had a kid.
But in a gay relationship, you're not going to have kids in the sense that a man and a woman create kids.
True,
right?
But she created a kid with a
Right.
friend of the
And
family.
I don't think you're correct that in so many scenarios, this ideal that I'm talking about is not realized. I mean, we just talked about the black community, 70%, 80% fatherless rate. White community, like I said, I think it's 30 or 40%. It's rising. It's a crisis in its own right. I think the way to address that is not to just give up on the concept of marriage and family as it's been understood for thousands of years, but to solidify and protect.
No, I'm just like, he's just not cutting to it. I don't know if he's not prepared. I don't know if it's purposeful. Why is he not appealing to his ecclesiology? Like, why is he not appealing to his dogma, his doctrines? Like, what is this weird secular ping pong game here being played? I don't understand why he's doing this. Like, what is it? Is it because he's not prepared theologically to do it? Because it's too, abstract or what? what do you guys think is happening here? Like, he's going the worst possible, weakest defense. It's always been the case. Marriage is the case. It's always been the case that marriage and kids go in. Yeah, but what is it? What's marriage? What is it? What's the purpose of it through the church? What is it? Now, this is like it's a loss optically for traditionalists, but it's a win actually for orthodoxy. If you know it. Anyway, if you know it, if you see it. He seems like he just doesn't want to actually slice through and take a hard stance right now. It's odd. Yeah, he's like, I don't feel like doing a theological debate, essentially.
Well, we have, and
he's Catholic. Yeah, but that's the problem is I don't even think he's accurately or even trying to defend what would be a Catholic position. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. I don't think he's even adequately doing that.
I mean, it has been thousands of years.
But men have had numerous wives, too, in different cultures. Like, if you go, what book are we talking about? And forgive me, I'm not well versed on different religions because
because you're an atheist, Jewish atheist glamour dragon.
Polygamy has.
Didn't Abraham, Sarah had numerous wives, and then hence the reason you had like Ishmael and Israel and all this chaos because there were numerous wives.
Yeah, you'll find historically.
I'm an idiot on this stuff, but
Well, here's what I'll say. You'll find historically that polygamy has been. There have been cultures that practice polygamy.
I think he thinks he can win her over with the meets her where she's at or whatever. Yeah, but makes him look weak. He makes him look unprepared. But the thing is, he's not even doing that. He's not even like meeting her where she's at. He's producing contradictions and she's catching them. And we're talking about this chick right now. She's the one catching the contradictions. It's bizarre. Not sure what he's doing, going at it all. Yeah, I'm enslaved by truth. Isn't there at least an appeal to the family marriage is some type of expression of the church from a Catholic position? He's like, no, it means that you have kids. That's what it is with a woman.
Even now today, you'll find that.
What is it?
But, and I'm certainly not a polygamist myself, and I don't condone it.
Might be missing out.
No, I don't think I'm quite happy. But,
I'm kidding.
But here's the point that those
seems like he's playing softball not to offend her or her audience too much while staying just enough Matt Walshy for plausible deniability. I think he doesn't have. To me, this reads like he's not making it easy, trying to make it easier. To me, this reads, at least the way I'm experiencing it, is that he actually isn't prepared theologically to make the bridge between marriage and the theology itself. He's taking a very describe nature as it is perspective. It's an is-ought fallacy. It's a naturalistic fallacy. So, or he's drunk.
marriages.
That's actually not a bad third option right there.
Were still
I am so shit-faced right now.
fundamentally procreative. And so it was still the recognition of this basic deep truth that I'm talking about, even in societies that practice polygamy. In fact, for them, procreation was so much the point that that's part of the reason why they had polygamy, was so they could create even more kids. And if you go back far enough in time...
See what he sounds like drunk?
Into human history, when there weren't that many people on Earth, you could.
Why be married if it's all about having kids?
I mean, you could argue, if you go back far enough in history, you could argue that that way back when that polygamy served a purpose and populating the Earth and we don't.
You want the same? You want another? Same thing? The rye? Okay. Yeah. Be right up.
So,
How long you two been? You just a Tinder date or?
But it's always been.
Dude, as a bartender, it's always weird when Tinder dates turn into theological debates. It's awkward. You usually have to close early.
That fundamental purpose. There has never been a society until ours right now that has said...
Don't throw up, please, sir. Sir, you need some water?
Well, actually, marriage has nothing to do with procreation at all. That society has never existed, unless you can think of an example.
No,
No, it's fine. I mean, are you planning on driving, right? Don't. We should Uber. We should Uber.
there's rights that pertain to the kids, but my ex procreated, but also I adopted a kid. We adopted a kid. And
Why does this always work? I hope this doesn't work with me. Like, I hope it's not a cheap trick to just slow something down, and no matter how coherent the statements are, it always sounds like you're drunk. I don't think so. I think there's something special about how what they're saying. That if you slow it down, it sounds like drunk people talking, not just because it's slowed down.
what happens to all these protections then?
You know
If
what it is? You know what? I
hypothet-
know what it is. I figured it out. It's not just what they're saying. It's the tone of these conversations is a struggle session. And so struggle sessions match up completely to 2 a.m., bars closing, things got deep. That's actually what it is. So things got deep, struggle session, slow motion will always sound appropriately like two drunk people talking.
Hypothetically got your way.
Well, I mean, you'd have tough individual situations like that. I don't deny it. And when you
This is killing me.
allow,
Like I'm very visual. I could see the entire thing. I could see the whole bar. There's just an annoyed bartender pretending to clean glasses. He's so done with the night. He's just so done with these people.
for the institution of marriage
about
to
to
be essentially disbanded, as it has been in this country. And
See that, Matt?
any effort to
Like she's like this, like on the, like playing with like the peanuts or something, you know. Oh man.
See that allowing people to be a part of something that is special. I don't see how that disbands it. I see.
how would how would you define marriage?
This is funny.
Well,
What would you do? What would you do anyway? I'm John Cook, dude. You have any water? Oh no. I'm hungry. Do you guys have a kitchen? You guys have a kitchen?
I mean, I would go with these literal definitions. So, the state of being united as spouses in a consensual and contractual relationship recognized by law.
Dude. Oh, this is just. How did we get here?
That
just
is literally how I.
That's funny. Yeah. So she's going to describe it this way. It's purely legal. It's like a legal document. That's what that's the contention. It's not it's not the gay part. That's just an extra horrific element to secular marriage. Like all the crazy stuff with gays and adoptions and marriage and all this stuff, like, you know, 5 dudes buy a baby. All of that is still downstream from the secularization of marriage to begin with. The problem with Matt is that he's never really had a problem with a bunch of people getting married, and he's never had the courage or position to say that's actually not legitimate. And that's the thing that's missing here is Matt's not willing to just make the clear division. You know why? Well, maybe his audience is, maybe there's a portion of his audience that kind of buys into some conservative values, but doesn't really commit to any strictness of a church or who God is or whatever. Maybe that's the case. There has to be a reason, because like it's either he's just unprepared or doesn't care enough to tie and bind marriage to his institution itself metaphysically. He's not doing it. He's not saying, hey, look, here's where I draw the line. Secular marriage isn't marriage. Just say it. He won't say it. Why won't he say it? Is it a money thing? I don't know.
I define it. And also called matrimony or wedlock, culturally and often legally recognized union between two people called
This is embarrassing. Crushed by a celebrity workout coach.
spouses. And yes, I know historically the spouses were man and woman, but it establishes rights and obligations between them, as well as between them and their children.
Do you recognize at least that removing the family, removing the creation of children from the definition entirely means that you have a definition there that is, would you?
Not a good argument again, Matt. You're flailing here, buddy. Terrible, man. This is so bad. This is like a bad showing. Not a good showing. Poor thing. He's going to get roasted for that if it's not by me. Now, see, this is what has to happen that still hasn't happened. There's no reason it hasn't happened other than Ben Shapiro's in control of Matt Walsh. You got to swap out Jillian and just put Andrew in there. There's no reason. It's already too late to the game. Well, what's happening? How is it that Matt Walsh hasn't talked to Andrew Wilson? What the hell's going on, Matt? What is happening? Obviously, that's the conversation. Matt Walsh probably saw Andrew's appearance on Jillian Michaels. They talked about the same topic. There's no way he didn't see that. And then he jumps on. Just skip out on the chick. Just talk to the other dude. I don't understand this, man. What the hell's going on? So stupid. That's where you're going to get really into it. Like, that's where things will get distinguished here. It doesn't make any sense. She's a female, Matt. You can't be doing this. It's bad. It's bad. And now that would be the forced position. You just have to just come out and say it. Be like, sorry, secularists. Your marriage is also meaningless. There are no duties and obligations from a secular view to be married, to get married, to stay married. None. Just like there's no obligations for a feminist in society as a woman. There's nothing. So it's just obligation versus no obligation systems, and it's always the same outcome every time. She read it. She picked up the paper in the definition of marriage and she read it. She said, "Oh, it's basically a set of rights and obligations that's, legally binding, and until not, right? That's the thing." It's a bad position. What happened with Bible Girls Gone Bible? People keep saying Girls Gone Bible. Did you see what happened? Anybody? I hate to do this to you. If you feel disqualified, listen to this. How about no? Cost of discipleship. I don't know if I can do this, you guys. I don't know. Megan Fate Marsh, Girls Gone Bible. Oh boy, am I really going to do this to you guys? Please, no. Someone said, addressing what happened. What did happen? What did happen? Anybody? There's one that says addressing what happened. Is this key gossip I need to know about? Do we need an update on these chicks? I see you struggling. Let us endure, brother. Is that a yes? That's 4 months ago. What happened? Hi, GGB. GGB. In today's episode, we talk about hitting your breaking point and what it means to finally stop and listen to the Lord. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. I don't think you could even. I don't know. I can't do it. Okay, I know I can't do it. I almost threw up. You got to check out Johnny Chang's thumbnail depicting an Orthodox monk as evil. Oh, man, he's going to... That poor guy's having it rough. That's what I'm saying, man. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Attended my first divine liturgy. Glory to God. I'll never set foot in another Protestant church. It's just that simple, isn't it, Chris Taylor? Beautiful. Now, don't expect everybody who's like new to Orthodoxy and you want to check it out or whatever. Don't have an expectation that you're just going to be like, whisked away on a magical carpet ride. Sometimes it's actually the opposite. Sometimes you have to get over a giant hill of morass and biases and demon whispers. But when it does happen like that, like Chris, it's amazing.
Jim Bob, half black. Don't do this to us, guys. I will sum up the Girls Gone Bible thing. They found evidence that the once promiscuous hosts were still doing escort service in the beginning of their Christian podcast days. Not worth going into beyond that.
Ew. Wait, what? Wait, is that the one George Janko married? What the hell's going on, Tony? Hey, Tony. What? Yeah, just look at Game Call. Yeah. You don't want that expectation of like suddenly you have overwhelmed with like a proddy feeling in this all, But sometimes it is that palpable, Chris. It really is. I actually use that as an excuse to never be anywhere proddy. Almost none. Nowhere. I'm like allergic to it. There was actually a moment because we were, Megan and I, it did take a little bit for us to for me to even continually go, and her not knowing if she could make the jump, trying to visualize it or see it in practice. It was hard to see. It was a little bit of a culture shock, as it could be. And I remember there was a little break there where I wasn't going, and she wasn't going, and nobody was going anywhere. And then we went back to a proddy church just to see it. And I remember, I can't explain the feeling. The feeling I had was the feeling of cheating or something, doing something so disloyal, but combined with dread and death. Almost like you broke the trust, the most important trust ever, the experience of that, matched with everyone you love just died. I mean, it sounds really dark, but that was the feeling. I just couldn't even move in there. I was distraught. I was crushed. Yeah, I know. Well, this is before I was even baptized or even in a catechumen, honestly. But it still felt like that. It was crazy. It was a weird experience, but it was vindicating at the same time, but it was doom. It was doom. Tengu says, I wasn't convinced by my first liturgy, but kept going. I have been going more to be obedient to God than relying on what I feel like. Yes. And funny enough, my feelings, quote, have felt better despite, yeah. You remember going back, you know what it's like? For those of you who ever been in a serious relationship or a past marriage or whatever, there's a moment you know it's over, but then you go back and you try this like fumbled patchwork thing. Maybe there's something there. And it's just awkward and distant and dead. And you feel like you're talking to a ghost of yourself and the person. And you feel, everyone feels it. Everyone knows it. It's like that. You go back to your mistress. It's like going back to a deadened. The lust of the mistress fake churches is gone. It's over. It's done. You're officially off the market. You're no longer dating churches. You're no longer swiping left and right. It's the last time. And that's what they're really doing. It's just a dating market for churches. They're, oh, look at this mistress. Oh, she's hot. Hot. And then like, I'm not really committed. Oh, you mean you're dating? Yeah, I just don't want to do the whole engagement catechism. Yeah, I just want to keep my options open, you know? There's all sorts of stuff. There's a life I want to live, you know? I just can't see committing fully to anyone at this time. Okay? So you're never going to get married? Yeah, I'm free. Now, it's really perverse when you see dudes acting like women like this. Where the female is like, I'm free. I don't want to be bound to a church and a husband. I mean, this is just like oppressive to me. You see dudes, even dudes with beards, who are like, yeah, no, I cannot. I will not submit. Like, no. No. Not to preach, as I'm new to this myself, but having the mindset of obedience has, in a matter of weeks, transformed my spiritual life. Yeah, lowering yourself, doing something even though you don't feel like it. This is like an edifying process. And then, you know, the demons will pop up and whisper the right sentences to you, and, you know, you'll fail. So that'll happen too, especially once you get through your zeal phase. You know, the zeal phase is like, actually, I'll show you what the veal phase looks like. Hold on a second. This is funny. Is it a short? Where is it? Hold on. Heretics, Protestants, what are we doing here? Where is it? Dude, where is it? It was like you get your first prayer rope. What the hell is it? Bro invites me to church. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Hey, your first time at an Orthodox church?
Yeah, first time.
Here, take this.
What is it?
It's a prayer rope. It helps you concentrate on prayers. Keeping your fingers on each knot helps keep your mind from wandering.
Okay.
Yeah, you can wear it on your wrist as jewelry to help you remember to pray throughout the day. Also, it helps keep count of your prayers, especially the Jesus prayer.
The Jesus prayer. What is that?
Oh, it's Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner, and you keep repeating that.
Okay.
Go ahead. Try it out.
Okay.
Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner. Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner. Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner.
How do you feel?
I feel...
It's not gonna shoot.
goodness. It's beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you guys are looking forward to with your convert zeal. Just watch out for it, okay? Feel attacked, but yes, this is what I'm experiencing. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Good dancing though. I mean, good dancing. So good. I just want to learn those dances, though. Gotta be honest. Anywho, it's 3:00. It's time for me to go. I think my previous stream is good in shape. I'm just gonna go back and edit that part out. I lose the chat, unfortunately, but chat replay. But at least I did it in time. I didn't get taken down for the gun stuff, but I will never play anything you guys suggest ever again. So I learned. Jim Bob, you should debate a smart Protestant. It's not about smartness. It's not about smartness. It's not the intellect that's the problem. There's no... You could have a genius... Dude, you can have friggin' Stephen Hawking be a Protestant. You know? It wouldn't matter. The true church existed for a millennia and then it faded into darkness. We had to reform the new church. The Catholics were doing bad stuff, and so we went our own way. You can go your own way. The indulgences really tick me off. It's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Protestantism is false regardless of how smart they are. Speaking of, please watch the thing I DM'd you. No, I'm not watching anything. Well, at least I'm not bringing it up, Tengu. I'm not bringing up any more live stuff ever again. Ever. Breathe in and talk. I can't do that version. I saw one guy do that, and I was like, that's the best version of Stephen Hawking. I can't. I'm going to pass out. I'm going to pass out. I gotta pass out. Alrighty. Earth. Hey, thanks, Vagine. Thanks for giving your entire family savings to me. What do you think the strongest philosophical contradiction inside evolutionary theory? What metaphysical assumption behind evolution? The biggest defeater is it violates the law of identity. That's what I think. The philosophical contradiction is there are categories of animals. There are not categories of animals. You know, or something, a whale, is actually the product of something it's not. It's produced from a completely different nature of a thing. The entire identity of the thing comes from an identity that it's not. That's a crazy philosophical leap. That's a crazy thing to think in your head. That's not even intuitive for kids. Oh, yeah, no, that turns into that. What are you talking about? When has that ever happened? No. If you wait long enough, birds become not birds. What? No, how did mammals come to be? Oh, that's really simple. It's really wacky, though. It's a wacky world in biology. Oh, I'm glad you asked that question. A mammal is actually produced from a long time ago, 4,000 million years, where mammals didn't exist. What? So what produced mammals? Non-mammals, all sorts of other fishy things. What? How? La 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 la. What do you do when they say with enough time? Yeah, I say, okay, I'm giving you enough time. What's happening? I go granular. Okay, cool. I'm giving you enough time. With enough time, what exactly is happening? What is it? I was going to say clade. Yeah, Jimmy Clade. It's a good, yeah, clade. What's a clade? Where's a clade begin? It begins when you want it to. You're driving this car. Oh, a clade? Yeah. If you understood clades, Jim Bob, then you'd finally accept evolution. Whatever, Evo-tards. You guys are terrible. Terrible snake people. Clade. Jimmy Clade Corn. Clade. Maybe God uses evolution. No, that's stupid. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but that's dumb. The reason that's dumb is that creation could only, from that view, be a giant monistic bio goop. A dollop of just pure mechanistic flux. No. When you say uses evolution, you can't even tell me what evolution is. I could say someone uses a hammer. I could say someone uses this. You could actually point to what it is you're using. You can't even tell me what evolution is. And further, no, saying God uses evolution is to say God didn't create man in his image. There was death before the fall. Christ doesn't actually take on the universal of humanity and defeat death and offer healing to all of humanity as a universal. Nope, because humanity is not a universal. It's just a particular segment in time of creatures in flux. In fact, from the evolutionary view, Christ himself took on beast nature. So no, not even close. Think about it. No, it doesn't make any sense from the God perspective. And what's a God perspective? What does that mean? You sound like, who's God? What are you? What are you? What are you? Hindu? Yeah, nailed it. Yeah. What are you, Hindu? What are you, on break from taking customer service calls? God messed up creating. Yeah, he created everything and it was good, but it was a mess up. Native American? Well, to be fair, a fair amount of Native Americans converted to Orthodoxy, so you can still do it. You got this. So all the evidence they show for evolution is just a misinterpretation of the evidence. It's a set of false assumptions, and then they find things that they declare as evidence, but then you ask for how is that evidence, and they just do a circular thing again. So like transitional fossils is a perfect example. Their false assumption is everything comes from something else. Common descent, everything goes back to this one unifying thing, but it's not God, it's Fuca or Luca. And then they go, well, and I find a fossil that's evidence for common descent because it looks anatomically similar to this other thing. And you're like, what? You interpreted the evidence through your assumption? Yeah, but you can do that, but you have to be able to falsify it then. And they're like, what's that? I thought we got rid of that. Yeah, you actually kind of did. You actually did get rid of falsification. Hoping to do a JB in Jortlandia proud tonight when I go up against First Amender on evolution on Speakeasy. Nice. I'll check that out. You're up against a couple other big debates, but I'm sure I'll definitely review that if I don't get around to watching it, okay? All right, who's live? Tony, you live or what? We are evolving spiritually, more like God. Why can't the physical realm mirror the spiritual? Well, that would hold to universals. That would be a contradiction to say the physical realm is in flux, and we're here to become more like God, even though what we are is in flux. Doesn't make any sense. What you're trying to communicate is theosis, but you can't be like Christ. You can't be like God if you yourself don't hold a universal human nature. That you're not yourself mind, body, spirit. Like, how could you become more like something if you're nominal? You're nothing to begin with from that view. There is no universal thing you are from that view. You're just a particular. That's it. So it doesn't work. Just stop defending evolution. Forget the theological aspect. You can't even defend evolution as it is. Forget the importing and trying to match it onto different worldviews of God. Forget that. Forget it. You can't even defend evolution as it is. It's nonsense. The whole thing is philosophically bankrupt. It's so stupid. The more you get evolution people to actually say what they think is happening, the more insane it sounds. You just get them to actually say it. I'm confused here. Let me unconfuse you. Well, first of all, go to Divine Liturgy. Second of all, Astara Landage, get yourself this book, Genesis, Creation, and Early Man. There are so many philosophical defeaters to evolution, just internally. But if you want to get a sense of a Christian view examining the evolutionary view, get that book. You'll love it. It's so bad. It's so broken. The whole thing's broken. Anyway, I'm going to send you guys off to the most impeccable person on the internet. Orthoverse Coptic, that's at May. Okay, that's going to be good. David Ehrman versus, that's going to be highly technical and awesome. Mark that one down, you guys. 5/2, 12 p.m. Coptic versus David Ehrman. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. That's gonna go hard. That's gonna go hard, dude. Oh, damn. Have you ever convinced ChatGPT? Yes, many times. They're actually an easy target. I have a really funny, actually you could actually see it, Earth 1710. Somewhere in my saved videos, there is an epic showdown with me and ChatGPT about evolution. I highly recommend watching it. It's freaking hilarious. Codal. Where are you at, Codal? What? Oh, there he is. Thank you for you. Well, you're welcome, Christo, Gio. Thank you all for the support today. And if you guys want me to review something, give it to me in advance. I really have to protect my channel from pew violations. It's just it's like some sort of haunting ghost demon. All right, that's pretty much all I got today. So. Much love to you all. See you guys later tonight in some of these debate chats, okay? Should be a fun night of debating tonight. There's a couple of options for you. Right? Right? Okay? Okay.
Jimmy crack corn and I don't really care no more. What he gotta say, it's irrelevant. Once upon a time, could've been a partner of mine. Now he's getting checks from the government. I don't care where your idol stands, protecting his hands from culture jams with the oven. It's another soldier got caught, all ain't what you thought. Nothing here is done for the fun of it. I don't care what you say, I'm on some new shit. I don't care if you're digging what I'm doing. I don't care what you think about about my music. I don't care, you're not the reason I do this. Always going. I don't care if I die without you knowing. Tried to catch your eye for a stint until I realized what that meant. Jimmy crack on and I don't really care no more. What he gotta say, it's irrelevant. Once upon a time, could have been a partner of mine. Now he's getting checks from the government. I don't care where your idol stands, protecting his hands from culture jams with the oven. That's another soldier got caught. On it what you thought. Nothing here is done for the fun of it. I don't care what you say, I'm on some new shit. I don't care if you're digging what I'm doing. I don't care what you think about my music. I don't care, you're not the reason I do this. Always going. I don't care if I die without you knowing. Tried to catch your eye for a stint until I realized what that meant.